Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming. Here we are back in rainy London in Watch Dogs Legion. Once again, I'd like to mention how great the character models look in Watch Dogs Legion compared to so many of the modern rubbish games that we talk about on this channel or that you see. We're in South London, just across the river. There is the river. There is the other side of London, and there is the London Eye in all its glory, lit up very nicely in the night sky. You've probably seen it, at least if you've not seen it anywhere else, you've seen it on New Year's Eve, because they release all the fireworks around there. Actually, I've been there on New Year's Eve to see the fireworks. I had to pay to be on the bridge in the background on Waterloo Bridge, and it was interesting. It was a good experience, but it was freezing cold. Getting back was a nightmare, and although it's a good experience, it's an experience you'd only want to ever do once. It's like going to Trafalgar Square or wherever you live. Going to the centre of the city is fun to do once, but you don't want to do it too often on New Year's Eve because everything else is a hassle. Anyway, today's video is about Assassin's Creed Shadows. Who'd have thought? So just when I thought there was no more news about that game, there's more news about that game, and the news is that some copies, physical copies of the game, have been stolen and are out there for people to play on the black market. It's not one copy that's stolen, and it's not a million, but it's certainly more than a few hundred, and they're in different regions apparently as well. So I can't say whether or not this is a common thing in gaming, but certainly in all the time I've been watching gaming, which is a long time before I started this channel, I've never heard of that happening. So it's an unusual thing for me to see, and I think it's unusual in general. I guess I've seen online that people think maybe the reason is because they kind of cancelled the release and the stock was sent out and it's been lying around for a long time. Maybe, but then you still think that there would be very high security to make sure the game didn't get stolen, because you would realise that people would, you know, pay a lot of money to get a copy of the game so far in advance. So yeah, it's all very strange, and if that's the case, you'd think Ubisoft would realise that it was lying around in warehouses for a few months and be on it, but obviously not. So, I mean, it's possible. I used to work at a supermarket many years ago, and in the warehouse, I didn't work in the warehouse, but in the warehouse, especially at night, yeah, people stole stuff. But it wasn't easy, and they often got caught, and we're talking about supermarket things, so you're talking about, you know, a box of cornflakes, or more likely a bottle of whiskey. So nothing secret, just stock. And they often got caught and it wasn't easy. And this is Ubisoft, and, you know, a game that's, you know, not released yet. So you'd think they would have security, and if you can't, of course you can't always trust security guards because they can be bribed. So then you'd think you'd have cameras and passcodes and locks that can't be, you know, you'd think you'd have all this kind of thing. Security checks when you come in and out. That's how they stopped it at supermarket. You know, if a guard authorised someone to steal it or stole it himself, when they went out they'd be searched and scanned and they wouldn't be able to. So yeah, it's weird. It's strange that it's happened. It's strange it's happened to this game, because yeah, maybe it is because it was the release was cancelled and the game was lying around in warehouses, but other games the release has been postponed and that's not happened with them. So I don't know, it's just very strange. Maybe there was some special effort to get hold of this game pre-launch that there isn't with other games because of the controversy about it. I don't know. But it's all very weird. It's not really good for, obviously it's not good for Ubisoft, but who cares about them? Although they make Watch Dogs Legion, so they're not all bad. But it's not good for gamers really, because if you like the game or you're interested in it, the fact that people are going to be playing it and finishing it long before you even get to see it is not good. And the fact that, you know, there's going to be people online talking about it who have played it long before even the main reviewers on YouTube and that get hold of a copy pre-release is going to be annoying. And of course, if you know, you could release the whole game as a run through on YouTube, and if you're in a region, especially if you're in a region like, you know, somewhere in Russia or Asia or the Middle East, you know, what are they going to do? They can't track you down and prosecute you. So yeah, it's all a bit nah. In a sense, it's probably, you know, it's better if it was going to happen to a game. It's happened to Assassin's Creed Shadows, which we know is controversial, and Ubisoft have been rubbish making this game, and with all the responses they've made to it and lies. And it's not about a great game from a great developer that's, you know, completely anticipated and everyone's looking forward to it. It's not that at all. But even so, it's yeah, it's annoying and weird, and I think that it's something that, you know, Ubisoft need to look into. You know, they won't catch the people that have done this, maybe. The damage is done, and they certainly won't be able to stop people broadcasting it online if they have copies. But they certainly need to look into this not happening again, because obviously, you know, it's not just happened in one place, it's happened in more than one place, apparently, because these, you know, games apparently on the black market in different regions. So it's not one place where there was a security leak, it's more than one. Anyway, thanks for watching Guessagaingaming from rainy London. Till next time, take care for now.